Obviously made his way when we created the 202, which now obviously is your 212 division, and found a home right here. So it's a little bittersweet for me that this is going to be the last time we're going to be seeing you on stage, buddy.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, Bob. As you know, I won my first USAs with you in 2000, 18 years ago. It's pretty crazy. But, you know, if I don't get a chance to do it, I want to do it now. And thank everybody. Thank the fans. Thank Big Jim and the Mannion family for not only putting together this league and giving me a platform for the last 26 years, but doing it with class and style. I say class because a lot of what we've been seeing here today, a lot of what we've been seeing the last few months, has been a real lack of class and how people are handling themselves via social media and calling each other out. And you know, it's entertaining for the press conference to see people going back and forth, but you know, I learned from the best. You know, as I said 26 years ago when I started this, and I see how Jim handles himself, that's how I like to handle myself. That's how I want to represent myself within the IFBB. So I will not be calling out people. I will not be talking in that manner. I'll just show up and do my best, do my job with class.
No better way to go out, Jose, and certainly I wouldn't expect anything less from you, my friend. Best of luck here in your last Olympia.
Thank you.
You know, I'm right here next to David Henry, you know, as Jose's talking, yeah, he did come up in a different era as you did. But you and Cedric seem to have a similar mentality, obviously, as both career military guys. You guys definitely seem to look at things a little bit different than most of the guys, as obviously you've seen, you know, your fair share in representing the U.S., obviously, in the armed forces. Is it a different mentality, David?
I mean, I'm along the similar lines of Cedric with stuff. We're all fighting different battles and stuff like that. It's a little bittersweet. Sorry, to see my buddy roll. This is our 9th Olympia together. This is 13 for me. 1 I missed just due to deployment and stuff. So yeah, the military did have a lot to do with my mentality, the status, and stuff that I've achieved on the stage. But just like Jose had alluded to, what we've been seeing lately is just an absolute lack of class. To me, you know, showing your ass on the internet is really not helping you out. For those of us that come in and do what we need to do, showing up in the condition we need to show up in, battle day after day, whether it's personal or on the stage, this is what we came to do. Everybody on the stage has won something to earn the right, the title to be up here on the stage. If, like they said previous too, if you're up here training for second, why are you here? You know what I mean? And I've had the honor of standing next to Flex Lewis in that runner-up position for numerous years, man, and it's pissed me off. I've got one, you know, and he's got the other. So on the stage, there's only 2 of us that hold that 212/202 title. And, you know, I'm bringing what I need to bring. A lot of this stuff has been circulating around about the whole age issue. Can you get better with age? Well, we've got a certain individual down front who's showing right now that he can smoke most of these dudes at any point in time. Matter of fact, the year he won was the year I won, 2008. So there's a testament right there. I think both of us actually have some of the longest running continuous years competing in the IFBB. So I'm not going anywhere. A lot of the talk was also, it was Jose's last year, and this was mine as well. I don't know who put that out there, but for those in attendance, I ain't going anywhere. I'm gonna be here for the next, I don't know. My body's fine, my body's healthy, my mentality is on point. You know, there's a lot of things that I've been doing to improve my system and my setup, and you guys will see that. I'm always in conditioning points on that, so we'll rock and roll, and we'll shut the haters down and do what we gotta do.
Thank you, David Henry.
I would like to go speak to the man physique champion for a second. Jeremy, coming off a pec tear, like you said, he was torn completely off the bone.
Yeah, off the tendon.
And that was in 2018, correct?
It happened October last year after Olympia.
Okay, but you had surgery this year.
I had surgery December 27th of 2017.
So, your mindset, where's your mind right now knowing you came off a severe injury? You had to probably take off the gym. You've been out to the gym for how long? 3 months?
I was out of the gym for 4.5 months, 5 months almost.
4.5 months. Now, you coming in to defend your title. Is it possible, after a severe injury, to come back and beat these guys right here?
I'm my best ever. I'm my best ever right now. I did it in 10.5 weeks, and my best ever right now. I worked hard for it, and you know, this year was a lot about just personal growth. I was really trying to figure out who I am and you know what all this meant all these years. And a lot of you guys know I started competing at 17 years old. I'll be 28 next month. Been competing for over 10 years, and I've grown up a lot in this industry. And you know, this is going to be my final Olympia in the men's physique division, and maybe my final Olympia altogether. I wasn't supposed to compete this year. All the doctors, peers, they didn't think it was going to be possible. The level of my tear was one of the worst that could have happened to your chest. I was actually I had a charity event after Olympia last year, and I hit the bench press, and I ripped it right off the bone, right off the tendon, and got operated on in December, and the doctors basically told me my career was over. And I wasn't done yet. Mentally, after last year's Olympia, you know, I knew I was coming back, and that was the whole goal and idea. So when the injury happened, you know, it was heartbreaking to hear that news. And still, when they told me I wasn't going to be able to compete this year, I didn't believe them. You know, I still felt. I mean, you guys saw the video. You know, right after I got out of surgery, you know, I was on the hospital bed saying I feel great. Still got the best legs in men's physique, and I'm ready to come back for number 5. You know, but the fact is. You know, when I started my therapy, the doctor told me, he's like, there's no possible way you're going to be able to make it in 4.5, 5 months. You're not going to be able to work your chest out for a year. You know, it was to have something you worked so hard for so long, and to have an end point that you visualized taken away from you. You know, it was gut-wrenching. Like, I remember leaving the doctor's office, calling my dad, and just telling him, like, this isn't how it's supposed to end. And, you know, I did deep, real deep. You know, there's times where, you know, I didn't know if it was going to happen. You know, I'm talking with my coach, Hani, and, you know, we're at a point, you know, in March and April where we didn't know if I was going to be able to compete or not. And I started getting back in the gym around May, started training, putting some size on, and he saw a post I put up, and he called me, is that recent? I was like, yeah. He's like, it's like you're growing. So I started putting some size back on, and, you know, sure enough, you know, something switched to me, and I felt that it was something that was going to be doable. And once I started to believe that, that's when the action started to happen. And once I get started doing something, I don't stop until I finish it. And it was interesting because this year, knowing that it's going to be my last title defense, I felt that I had a lot to prove to myself and to the people around me. You know, I had to learn a lot growing up in this industry. You know, I'm going from a 22-year-old IFB pro to a 23-year-old Mr. Olympia physique champion. It's a very young age for anybody to take on that responsibility. And I had to learn the hard way. You know, I was very outspoken, didn't always say the right things, and I didn't always think about the people around me. And I rubbed a lot of people the wrong way a lot of years. And it took a lot of self-reflection and understanding and growth to see these things. And this being my last Olympia, I want to make sure I went out the right way and earned the respect from everybody that I feel I deserve. Not deserve, but the respect that I've always wanted. Because I mean well in everything I'm doing. I'm trying to do things the right way and leave an impact in this industry. More so than just being a body on the stage, but being able to show that we have such tremendous potential as athletes now in this day and age of bodybuilding with the social media platforms that we have, that we're able to impact other people from all over the world and influence and motivate and inspire. And that's something that we all need to focus on as athletes, understand that we have a responsibility. And we're up here on this stage because we are the elite of the elite in our division, our sport in the world. And there are thousands, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of competitors worldwide that dream to be where we're at. And we have to value the position that we're in and hold it to the highest standard because we are the ones that they're looking at. We are the ones that are aspiring to be like. And being the champ for the last 4 years, going on 5, I want to be able to walk away knowing that my titles meant something and that they serve some sort of purpose to somebody. So I don't know if many of you guys know this, but win or lose this year, I'll be donating $28,000 back to the Philippines, to the street children, to help feed the children in the Philippines. I've been doing a lot of work out there this past year. We've raised over $40,000 already, and I'll be going back over to the Philippines in about a week and a half. I'll be hosting a fundraiser in November to hopefully raise over $100,000 to feed the street children in the Philippines. So my purpose isn't just to be a bodybuilder, but is to create a purpose and a value in this world. And I want these athletes to understand that you gotta be multidimensional. You know, what we do is great for ourselves, but there's much more to that. How can we impact others through our passion, our love? So that's what it's about this year. I thank you guys more than anything. This sport's been everything to me. And
Thank you, Jeremy. Well said.
We're glad you're here. We're glad you made it safe, and we wish you all the best. Now, just one more question. You say you're not going to defend your title if you win it again this year. What are you going to do? You're going to go up? You're going to go into classic physique? Or
I don't have any plans right now. Like I said, I mean, I have established a couple different businesses, you know, through the years of competing, and you know, they've done very well over the last 18 months, and we're expanding internationally now, and I have a lot of international touring that we'll be doing in 2019 with EVG Nutrition and my clothing line Hair X Hero. And you know, ultimately we're starting this thing called the Hero Project, where we're trying to go out and do positive things across the world and do things to actually make a difference and matter. And if I'm able to utilize my platform in the fitness industry to do so, I'm going to do it.
Well, thank you. You heard it here first.
All right, I'm here with last year's runner-up, Ahmad Ashkanani, the pride of Kuwait, of course. Ahmad, Flex Lewis obviously is going to call it a day, and he's looking for number 7, but you were real close last year. I know you were right on Flex's tail, right from that prejudging, right up until the very last pose down. So how's he looking this year?
First, thanks to Olympia to be all of us here. So excited to compete with a big name on 212 this weekend. This is my 3rd time. I'm so happy to be here, and I wish to be like my father, Dexter, to compete like 20, 21, 22 years in Mr. Olympia. You know, all of you guys, we know Flex is the best. 212.
Hey, we can be boys, but ain't your daddy. Yeah, sorry, Dex.
Okay, and we are miss him next year if he leave us, and we wish him good luck with the big boys. And also we miss Jose Raymond also, and wish him a great life. In the beginning, we asked us who's Mr. Olympia. In my opinion, Mr. Olympia would stand on this stage. So all of you guys are Mr. Olympia. All of you guys are heroes. All of you guys are champions. So we should show the people what we did in this year, and we all did our best. And we know the stage, he gave only one person the first place. So guys, let us enjoy this moment and hold your horses. Guys, don't shouting, because we are like one family, the IFBB Pro family. You should be nice to and give all the people here what the IFBB pros do and what the great community we are. That's it.
All right, thank you, Ahmed. I'm standing here next to the classic physique champion, Brian Oxley. Brian, you you won the Olympia last year, you won the Arnold Classic this year. There's a lot of hype going into the main classic physique with you as a champion, and of course, two potential guys saying that they probably can dethrone you, which is one of them is Chris Bumstead, and the other one, George Peterson. What does the champ say?
The champ, first of all, I want to just back up a little bit and just tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys, and I just want you guys to know how important I know that you as fans and as supporters are to me, and I hope all of us really truly understand and know that and cherish that. We are blessed to know in, and we need to know that every minute, every moment of our lives. You know, this is such a blessing to be up here. So I'll start with that. Then, well, I think, you know, we're all great competitors, most definitely. Not taking anything away from those guys, but like a lot of the guys said up here, Phil Heath is the champ for a reason. Okay, and I truly believe I'm the champ for a reason. I've earned the right to be called the champ. I work my tail off to have a body that showcases it, and I will bring my best yet tomorrow. Very excited for you guys to see it.
All right, thank you. All right, every one of the new kids on the block. Derek Lunsford hit the stage big and bold last year, but you're a veteran now this year, my friend. So welcome back to the Olympia stage.
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. I want to thank Robin Chang, Jim Manion for putting on the Olympia competition and press conference that all the Olympia has. Last year, I sat out watching the press conference, wishing I was up here. Now I'm thankful that I'm up here this year. So, we've mentioned that, this year is a lot of storylines, and I don't know a more real storyline than how your idols become your rivals than what I've done with these guys. I've looked up to Flex, Mod, Jose, David, since literally before I ever thought I would be a competitor in bodybuilding. I watched their videos. I really looked up to these guys from day one, and now I'm competing next to them. And it's just the most surreal thing. And last year I said, when I watched Flex, win the title and I placed fifth, I said, I'm gonna remember this moment, and I haven't forgot a single day. I've, raised my standard every single day to, come for that title. Like, I have no question in my mind that I'm gonna be contending for that title come Friday, Saturday night.
All right, thank you, Derek. All right, Arash Bar, back at the Olympia, of course. Arash, I just got to tell you, Chris Bumstead's been down there talking smack about you the entire press conference.
How's he know?
Nah, he does. He's from Canada, folks. Believe me, he ain't got no. Woo! Way too nice. Way too nice. Arash, you did good last year, but certainly not what you were looking for. You said, I know exactly where I screwed up, and I'm going to correct this for next year, and I'm going to come back, and you're going to see the best Arash that you've seen on this stage. Did you do that this year, my friend?
Absolutely. I stuck to the plan. I was number 2 in the world after Danny in 2016, and I fell back a few slots in 17 to 4th, and it was tough. It wasn't easy. It was very devastating, but it just made me stronger, made me more hungry. Came back, did the Arnold, placed second to Breon, and that was a very close show. We pushed each other very hard. And I think I proved to myself and the fans what I can bring, and I still believe that wasn't my absolute best. I worked very, very hard. I've evolved as an athlete. Anyone that follows my career, I've continued to get better season after season, but I've also grown mentally. And my mental game gets stronger every single prep, every year, every season. And I believe you will see my best tomorrow.
Excellent, Arash. Speaking of Chris Bumstead, runner-up, a lot of people had you in the winner's circle, my friend. You've gotten a lot of groundswell, a lot of support. This past year, a lot of people saying that you have the exact physique that they're looking for in this fairly new division of classic. And I see you've got the classic mustache on, Chris. Excellent. Very 1930s. I like it.
So, ladies seem to like the stash, so it has to stay on for a little bit longer.
Glad to see the priorities in order. Excellent.
Yeah.
How you feeling this year, champ? What do you say? Can you take the title?
Hell yeah. I mean, I've had a few hiccups this prep, a few big hiccups, but I ain't here for no pity party. I'm not gonna talk, drama that I've had or anything like that. You know, coming here for first place, and I'm the young gun up here, but it's classic physique, but it doesn't mean it's got to be old man classic physique. A lot of old guys up here on the stage, and I think that kind of puts me at an advantage. I'm coming in, I was close last year, I'm young, I got a lot of time to improve, my body's changing quick, so I think I got what it takes this year to move up one spot and take down Brian.
Excellent, Chris. Can't wait to see it.
I have one sitting here who was saying he's going to be Chris, Arash, and Brian's. The Bull, George Peterson.
That's right. I definitely plan to step on that stage tomorrow and take what's rightfully mine. We have a lot of great competitors up here, but what do you get when you have great going up against amazing? And that's what you're gonna get. I plan to show something very amazing on that stage. Something the likes of probably never seen before. I mean, when it comes to, you know, with Mr. Olympia, who's crowned Mr. Olympia, what do they all have in common? They all have great backs, right? Now we know our reigning champion has a great back. How's that gonna look when it goes up against a phenomenal back?
Now, George, you say we're going to see something like the likes that we've never, like you have like 4 arms? Like, what's going on up there? What do you mean we've never seen before? What do you got going there, buddy?
You'll just have to see tomorrow, you know? Look.
Quadruple bicep, Steve. Make sure to put that in the call-outs.
Let me tell you something. There's no dream that's too big. There's no vision that's out of your reach. You see yourself achieving something and you'll achieve it. And that's the goal that both me and my coach, Justin Millen, out there by the way, that's the goal that we set, to bring Amazing to the stage. More so than setting a priority to win. Because we feel like if we achieve the goal of bringing Amazing to the stage, everything else will fall into place. Nobody had me on their radar last year. Nobody had me in their top 5. And then boom, what did I do? I had to kick the door down and place that top 3. And I'm extremely happy about that, and I plan to build on that. We keep moving forward. We don't step backwards.
Brian, better back than you. Is that a great back next to an amazing back? Is he going to beat you in the back double biceps?
I have to respectfully say no. He has a great back, but mine is great as well. And mine has improved, and I think that, you know, what's funny is that you better know that the champ is not going to stay the same the next year. You know, he better improve, and that's what I've done. So, aside from having a great back, I think, a winning champion back, that back has improved as well. So, there we have it. For the back.
We'll have another Jeremy right here. Also in the man physique, Jeremy Potwin, ladies and gentlemen. You heard everybody talking. You heard these two guys here is on a different level right now. You know, Jeremy, you're sitting right here. Basically, to me, he's a Jeremy buendia lookalike. I mean, you both look like twin brothers.
Like bookends.
Yeah. If I was you, I'd go on double dates and I'd be, you know, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, anyways, we know what you're doing, Dean. Don't worry about that.
Jeremy, where do you fit in this week?
What I do? What?
Where do you fit in all these guys? Everybody wants to beat Jeremy. What is Jeremy going to do? Who is he?
Well, like I said, just like everybody else, I don't train for second place. I train to win. Jeremy looks phenomenal. Came back from a crazy pec tear. He'll be his best. I'll be my best. Everybody should be their best. But I know I intend to stand out. You know, that's something I've always had on my side, is the proportions I bring. If I peak just right, I think 2016 I did a good job of coming close. 2017 I was way off. But this year, this will be my best by far, and I think I'll be right up there, pushing Jeremy.
Well, I'm sure the champ appreciates being pushed, especially in his last Olympia. Bob.
All right, as usual, we're going to hit the champ for the last word of the day, because after this, it's all business. All the talk is done, Phil. all the smack talk, all the stuff on social media, everybody who's claiming they're going to bring your best package, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. What are you going to do?
Win. Simple as that. I do want to say, it is an honor and a privilege to be amongst you people. I've been here competing at the Mr Olympia for now 10 years, since 2008. I've been pro since 05. And actually my first Olympia was after I turned pro, winning the IPC USAs in Las Vegas. And was sitting right up there, looking down, watching Ronnie Coleman go for his 8th Mr Olympia title. Now I was privileged enough to see that happen and actually become friends with him, being able to see his journey. And now it's time for me to do the same. And I'm just elated with joy to know that I've been able to go through a lot of battles, a lot of rivalries, and it wasn't easy. Definitely wasn't. So I've been able to learn a whole lot throughout this entire experience to be able to see our sport grow from having, a press conference inside the Orleans Arena instead of a little ballroom like we used to. We've improved a lot, so I have to give props to the organizers with Robin Chang and all the guys over at AMI, Reader. I've seen a lot of competitors come and go. We have some amazing champions, some amazing physiques on this stage that are actually calling quits. And it's not a shame. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is that it's something that we should appreciate. We should appreciate the athletes while we have them here. So when you see them on the stage, whether you're really rooting for them or not, show them love. Because they've been busting their ass their entire life to be on this very stage in front of you. In front of a bunch of strangers that have some become fans to even friends. And I, for one, am just very excited to be in this opportunity, going for number 8. I know everybody wants to come after me and this and that, and that's expected. When you're the champion, you have to expect adversity. If you go around in life expecting the world owing you something or even owing you respect, you're going to fail. You have to be able to roll with those punches, and like I've said before, curveballs can be hit. And all in all, it's all about the journey and what you've learned through those ups and downs and how you can do it with a smile on your face and say, I got more, give me more. So as I walk out here and I get ready, I just want you guys to know that I truly appreciate all the ongoing support and the love, and for the people that have been watching online, thank you. Not just for me, but for I think I can speak very well for all these other athletes. We thank you for being here. Thank you for your ongoing love and support. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night. And, of course, I'm going for history, and, that's been my mindset ever since tying Arnold Schwarzenegger was 7. I knew my job would not be completed until I reached that highest mountaintop, and I know it's very challenging. And these guys are going to bring it. But we know what I can bring. So I can't wait. I hope everybody gets here early. Do not get here late, because I'm going to be on time.
All right, thank you, Phil. Folks, who wants free tickets to a movie? I got them. All you got to do is when you get out of here, you're going to exit the same way you came in. There'll be people out there to directionalize you to the left. We have a red carpet event. We have free tickets for those who want to attend the 4:30 showing. And this is a historic event. All these guys up here, all of us in attendance, none of us would be here today, of course, without Joe and Ben Weeder putting the IFBB together many years ago. Of course, that legacy carried on today with our very own Jim Mannion right down here in the front. Jim, great to have you here once again, of course. Robin Chang and the crew, the Olympia production folks, we've got a great weekend coming up tonight. Right here, right above where we are, right upstairs. Meet the Olympians. All these guys up here and everybody else in the Olympia, and the ladies, all will be at the Meet the Olympians, folks. 7 o'clock start time tonight. So let's see everybody up there at the Meet the Olympians. Folks, get those free tickets while they last. Like I say, we're expecting a sold-out theater.
How's
yes,
it going?
sir.
I got something to say.
Now you got something to say?
Yeah. Hello everybody, my name is Dwayne Kwame. I'm going to be competing this weekend in the 212 class. It's an honor to actually compete in the 212 class. A lot of you might know that Derek is a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Derek. I became a huge fan of Derek when he told me I had absolutely 0% chance of ever beating him. So I analyzed him, I watched him, I observed him, and I noticed he was very, very confident about 10 weeks out, 8 weeks out, 6 weeks out, posting all these magnificent pictures and whatnot. And as we got to about 4 weeks out, he stopped posting. And I was like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Hey, you're messing up my big finish. Get to the point.
Okay. You said you were coming to win, and now tonight you said you're coming to compete. Okay, there's David, Jose, Ahmad that beat you last year, but yet you're going to beat Flex this year. And I want to know, how is that possible with that amateurish conditioning you brought last year?
Let's just say I'm a different animal this year. I've probably put on another 15 pounds of muscle tissue.
Oh, absolutely. I saw you at weigh-ins. Your glutes look real soggy.
And,
all right. Let's wrap it up here. Listen, you guys can battle it out on stage, and folks, you can see it all unwind right here on this stage, pre-judging tomorrow night. Right here on this stage, we'll see the 212 champs, the big boys, and everything else going on. Folks.